Financial leverage is the benefit that may result for an investor who borrows money at a rate of interest that's lower than the expected rate of return on those invested funds in a property. So, financial leverage potentially has the ability to be beneficial to the investor. So, in order to analyze financial leverage, we've got a lot more terminology we need to introduce. So, there is the BTIRR, which is the before tax BT internal rate of return, IRR. And then we've got some subscripts that we need to identify. And so if it's a subscript E, as in elephant, that would be the before tax IRR on the equity that's invested. If it's a subscript P, that is the before tax IRR on the total investment in the property. And then a subscript D would be the before tax IRR on the debt. So that's going to be the effective cost of the loan after we consider any discount points. And then we're going to be spending some time talking about the debt to equity ratio. And so that should not be new to you, but if you see D over E, that's what we're talking about, debt to equity. So the big issue here is if you go back to our definition and recall that financial leverage has that potential to be beneficial to the investor. So it's the benefit that could result because of borrowing money to invest in the property. Then we need to take a look at what's considered positive or negative leverage. So whether or not that leverage is beneficial. And so we can do that on a before tax or an after tax basis. So on a before tax basis, positive leverage is going to mean that BTIRR sub P is greater than BTIRR sub D. So the unleveraged BTIRR, before tax internal rate of return, is greater than the interest rate paid on the debt. So that means that the BTIRR sub E is equal to the BTIRR sub P plus the difference between the BTIRRP minus the BTIRRD times the debt to equity ratio. So I know it sounds like alphabet soup, but maybe seeing it written out will start to make it make a little bit more sense. We have the same relationships on the after-tax side, but the after-tax return on total funds invested must exceed the after-tax cost of the debt.